Oh, how do you do
Oof.
that?
Oh, is that a scoop
Bruh.
turn?
You're just tricking. No,
Scoop it.
He's just tricking them, like thinking that. Oh no.
I was crossing that, my bad.
Oh, whoa. What was that?
Oh, bang it. Oh, that was
Sauce.
nasty.
Oh,
Got
shoot
you.
me.
Oh, oh, you waka waka them, bro. That was so nasty. That's one of my favorite moves in the game. It just looks so clean.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Oh no,
Waka.
That
yeah.
was dirty.
It's just
I
like,
want to see it.
honestly, once you get the
Please replay it.
hang of it, you. Oh, did I mech? Cut that back. Thank you.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, dude, I was
Yeah,
out
you
of
just
stamina.
had
I
to
didn't trigger the elastico. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Now can she pick out a teammate?
Oh my god.
What? Let's go.
Wow. Wow.
All day.
Oh my god, he's a legend.
What's up, everyone? This is Lesky, back with another pro player build for FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. Today, I have for y'all another Brazilian icon, legend, whatever you want to call it. The first one I went over was an Adriano striker build, and then a Kaká cam build. Today, we're going to be looking at this Ronaldinho cam build that I have created, and there's really no need for an introduction for Ronaldinho. He's one of the greatest players to ever play, amazing at dribbling. He's known for his crazy skilling ability and technical ability on the ball. And if you never heard of him, I don't know what else to say. You're probably living under a rock. So let's get this build video started and take a look at the height and weight first. On FIFA, Ronaldinho is listed at 5'11", but for this build, I decided to make the height 5'10" for a couple reasons. If you go 5'11", you can also just be like an inch taller, be 6 foot, and have the exact same stats. They will not change at all, so you might as well be an inch taller. So I decided to go an inch shorter at 5'10", and also that Kaká cam build I made was 6 foot, and we are like the exact same weight, so I didn't want to make them too identical. So I decided to make this one 5'10" for the height, and then for the weight, 171 pounds. That's exactly what he weighed when he was playing like in his prime, from what I looked up. So 171 is where you want to be for the weight. And this will actually fit his body type pretty nicely too. He doesn't really have a crazy lean body type in game. He has his own unique Ronaldinho body type, it says. But it's more of like a stockier, not like a crazy stocky body type, but it does have some width and stockiness to it. So 171 will kind of fit that better than obviously if we were to go for like 149 or 119, because once you go under 149 or lower, you'll start having like a skinny lean body type, and that's not what we're going to want for this Ronaldinho build. And then he is right-footed, so that's why we are right-footed for this build. Let's take a look at the perk page now. For the first perk, I chose to go for Skilled Dribbler, and I feel like this is the most obvious choice for a Ronaldinho build. He's known for his crazy dribbling and skilling ability that he pulled off in games, and he had that Brazilian flair. So what the Skill Dribbler will do, just increase our dribbling attribute. So what we have on the skill tree, it'll increase that even more and give us very, very good dribbling. So that's just going to be the most ideal perk for a Ronaldinho build in my opinion. And it'll also grant us the flair trait, so you can do a bunch of fancy stuff like fancy passes, fancy flicks, fancy touches, all that kind of stuff that the flair trait gives you. And then the second perk, I went for physical strength. On all of Ronaldinho's cards in Ultimate Team this year, he has over 80 strength, and we weren't able to get the bull archetype and upgrade the strength a crazy amount on the physical page and the skill tree, because we had to put a lot of skill points on the dribbling page, upgrade the agility and balance as much as possible, and then get some good pace, upgrade the passing a little bit, and then of course upgrade the shooting, get that 4-star weak foot that he has. So we couldn't go for the bull archetype on the physical page. So the physical strength will make up for not having that. I believe we have like 70 strength on the physical page. So the physical strength will bump our strength up to, I'm guessing, probably around 80. I always like to think that it's give us like plus 10 stats. They don't tell us how much it actually boosts our strength, ball control, and jumping with this physical strength perk, and then just all the perks. It never actually says the exact stat boost, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish we would know that information, but I like to assume it's like plus 10. So we probably have like around 80 strength, and that'll just boost our strength up closer to what he has on his cards in Ultimate Team. So I feel like skill dribbler and physical strength are very much needed for this Ronaldinho build. And then this third perk, you can kind of switch out if you'd like. I decided to go for threaded pass. As a cam, I like hitting those through balls over the top. I get a lot of assists from that. But some of y'all might prefer going for a precision pass, or maybe even the cross, which I don't think is as important as a cam. Or you don't even want to go for a passing perk. You go active first touch, which could be very solid, or maybe distant shooter. If you have problems with stamina, you could go tireless runner. And then those are pretty much the only options I would give. You could possibly go assist streak. So those are your options, but I just prefer threaded pass. It grants the player the swerve and FLAIR trait and 5-star weak foot ability. So you don't have to worry about what foot you're hitting your through balls with. You can hit it with the left foot and you'll have that 5-star weak foot, and it just increases your vision and helps for those through passes, which is very nice. One of the best perks in the game, especially for a cam build. So I do think these are the best 3 perks for a Ronaldinho build. But if you wanted to switch one out, feel free to switch the threaded pass out for anything else you'd want on this build. Let's take a look at the skill tree. So on the physical page, as I mentioned, we could not go for that bull archetype to get some extra strength, but we did get some upgrades in strength on this build anyways. We got +2 strength for 1 skill point right here, some stamina, and then we got +4 strength for 3 skill point to get us up to 70 strength, plus that physical strength perk that we have on the build. And then I really wanted to get this +5 reactions for 3 skill points to get us to 91 reactions, because that's exactly what he has on his 91 rated cam card on Ultimate Team, which is the card I looked at the majority of the time when making this build. And then on the top right, we got +2 stamina, and then we got more reactions, +4 for 2 skill points to get us to that 91 mark. And then he has 81 stamina on that card. We have 78, so only 3 less, not too bad. And like I said, when we were on the perk page, if you want, you could put the tireless runner perk on instead of one of the other perks. Feel free to do that if you have problems controlling your stamina or you just want better stamina in general. So let's take a look at the dribbling page now. This is where we have a lot of our skill points on this build, but as a cam, you really don't have like crazy agility to start with, especially as like a 5'10", 171-pound cam. So we tried to boost the agility up as much as possible. And with all the stuff that we could get to boost the agility, we got 89 agility. And then looking at his 91 cam card, he has 92 agility and 86 balance. So we're kind of close. But if we were a winger, we would probably have better agility and balance and just dribbling stats in general. But when it comes to like physical ability, we wouldn't be able to match that. Same with the shooting, maybe a little bit on playmaking. So I feel like the cam is still the best to match Ronaldinho's in-game stats that he has in FIFA this year. So what we're going to do is obviously we're going to go for those 5-star skills. He has 5-star skills on all of his cards. So make sure to get this balance right here, the dribbling, and then the skills. And then right here, we only went for one thing of ball control increase, which is +2 ball control for 1 skill point. I do kind of wish we could upgrade it more, but we just don't have the skill points to spread around on this build. Possibly if you like take off some pace or maybe some off the passing and shooting, we could see you can go for the ball control if you think it's necessary, but I don't think it's a problem at all. And then on the right side, we're going to get the skill moves, get this balance, get this agility, go all the way down to the Lynx archetype, and then we're even going to get this extra agility, this +2 agility and +5 attack positioning for 3 skill points to get us up to 89 agility to try and match what he has on that card in Ultimate Team. And his lowest rated card, which is an 89 rated cam, which is based on the later part of his career where he was older. That card has 85 agility, 84 balance, so we at least have better agility and balance than that card. And the dribbling stats are actually very good for a cam that's 5'10", 171 pounds. The dribbling ability felt amazing. And then remember, we do have the skilled dribbler perk on, so we probably have like 99 dribbling on this build, and it actually feels very silky. So the dribbling is great, and if you know 5-star skills, you're going to have a lot of success with this build because 5-star skills are very overpowered like they are every year in FIFA. I'm a huge 5-star skill fan, so I'm a really big fan of this build. But if you still want to use this build and you don't use 5-star skills at all, feel free to take it off. Just go for the 4-star skills because it's a waste of skill points if you're not going to use the 5-star skills. and then maybe go for the ball control increase right here. And then you have 2 skill points you can put elsewhere. Maybe on like passing would probably be your best bet, I think. Yeah, I don't know really where you'd put those extra 2 skill points, but I do encourage you to try the 5-star skills out. Try and learn them because they are very good and they will improve your game. Let's take a look at the passing page now. And here we actually have a decent amount of skill points. I wanted to try and match some of these passing stats to that 91 cam card the best I possibly could without wasting a lot of skill points on this passing page, because we need some of those skill points elsewhere. So what I went for is you're just going to go all the way down to this long passing and vision to get us up to 82 vision. He has 90 vision, but remember we have that threaded pass perk on this build, which will increase the vision. So it's probably around that mark, and it's pretty accurate actually. He has 89 crossing, we have 84. That's a base stat, and that's actually still pretty good. He has 82 long passing, we have 82. He has 88 short pass, and we have 87 short pass. So only one less short pass. And then he does have a lot of curve. He has 87 curve, and we have 79. We can't get it that high. We would have to waste skill points on this left side, and we're just not going to do that. But that passing perk actually gives us the swerve trait, which adds bend and curve to your passes, which is actually pretty nice for the passing ability. But this is the passing page. You can get a lot of assists with that perk on, giving you the 5-star weak foot, that swerve trait. Through balls are going to be deadly. And then even like just the long pass and short pass, the A's and X passes on Xbox and the X and square passes on PlayStation are going to be very good. And the crossing ability is nice as well. So that's it for the passing page. Let's take a look at shooting. With all the skill points that we have on dribbling and then all the rest of the skill points spread around the build, we couldn't go for that much skill points on the shooting page. But what we made sure to do is get all this stuff that is just good value. Get you the 4-star weak foot, which is what he has on all of his cards. Get this long shots and shot power. And then right here for 6 skill points, all 3 of these things give you +8 finishing and +6 volleys. And then if we compare the shooting stats to that 91 rated cam card that I was looking at, he has 88 vision, we have 88. The only thing that we're kind of lacking when it comes to matching his stats is shot power. We only have 71 shot power. That's the one thing we kind of had to sacrifice on this build. If we wanted to upgrade it more, we'd have to do this and this for 6 skill points to upgrade +6 shot power, or get the finisher archetype to get even more shot power. And unfortunately, like in pro clubs, cams to start out with, even if you kind of have a good amount of weight or a decent height, you're always going to have pretty low shot power to start the build out. So we kind of just had to deal with the 71 shot power, but it's not too big of a deal. And then we have 90 long shots, he has 87. And then we have 87 volleys, he has 80. So long shots and volleys are better. We're matching the finishing, just the shot power is lower. And then actually on this card, it says he has 51 heading accuracy. We actually have 54 heading accuracy. I don't know why cams and center mids and pro clubs have such bad heading accuracy. It's kind of weird, but it's actually kind of matching his card anyways. So it's whatever. But I guess if you don't want the 5-star skills, if you want to try this build out without 5-star skills, you can maybe put some skill points on shot power if you want to bump those up, or like I said, go for that ball control. And then you would have 2 skill points that you would probably have to put on that passing, the long passing right here. That's probably what you would have to do for those last 2 skill points, either ball control and shot power. And then the last 2 skill points would go on the long pass right here, which would be pretty nice. But that's the shooting page. Let's look at pace. So the only thing I left off here is this +2 sprint speed for 3 skill points. On all of his cards, he has more acceleration than sprint speed, and that's really what we're going for right here. We have 91 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. That 91 rated cam card, he has 93 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. We're not able to get that 93 acceleration. This is the quickest we can possibly get for a 5'10 cam. The only way to be a little bit quicker is either go down in weight, which would give us like +1 acceleration and -1 sprint speed, or to go 5'8". So even if we were to go 6 foot for this build, we would be even slower. So that's what kind of why I went 5'10 for this build. That's another reason. So we have that same amount of sprint speed that he has on that card, 89 sprint speed. We're just 2 less acceleration, which really isn't too bad for a cam anyways. This is a very good pace. But that's going to do it for this Ronaldinho CAM build. Give this build a try skilling on people, do some fancy stuff, and just enjoy the build while you're playing pro clubs. Let me know in the comments if you give this build a try, how you liked it. Would love to hear that. If you could hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.